Yes, it's time again for On This Day in Smithsbury.
Being in Los Angeles, all I can tell y'all is this. The Lakers and the Clippers play in the same arena. When the Lakers are playing, it's really showtime. I'm talking about the ambiance. I mean, you walk into a place, it feels like a star-studded event. Magic has all of that working for him.
He does. The Lakers brand is the strongest brand in the history of basketball in the known universe.
This has been another installment of On This Day in Smithsbury. Now, back to you, First Take.
Yes, everybody, that was this date 4 years ago today. And as the Smithsbury books indicate, you'd both be right, as Magic did get LeBron to the Lakers one championship later. I would say that worked out for LA. Speaking of LeBron, guys, a lot of folks say he's still the best player in the league, that the torch has not been passed yet. So that's where we go with this next debate. So after scoring the most points ever in a Game 7, has Kevin Durant, I'm looking at you, sir, officially passed LeBron James as the best player in the NBA right
Molly, not yet.
Okay.
He's got to win that chip. He got to win that championship. And they came up short, just like LeBron and the Lakers came up short this season. So LeBron still has the edge on those championship rings. So I would say not yet. But I tell you, I was just taken back. And I've never seen a guy perform like KD did in that Bucks series, and just like he was doing it from everywhere. So I was very impressed with KD. He's one of my favorite all-time players, and the way he can score, where he can score from, is just amazing. And I would say this, you know how the torch is being like this? Like
in the Olympics, the pass, they got to work on that turn.
And KD is like, got his arm out, waiting on it. And let me just bring this up.
LeBron turning.
Exactly. Let me just bring this up. It's just like Larry Bird and I, we were on the bus.
That's right.
We're on the bus.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. You tell it.
No, first person.
Nobody can tell it like you. That's exactly what I was It's yours. Go ahead.
I had this
You make me mad now.
I need yours.
So we're on the bus.
Right.
And Michael Jordan looks at me, looks at Larry, and says, "There's a new sheriff in town."
That's right. That's right. After practice.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I said, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's right.
He was right.
And he was right.
He was right.
Yes, sir.
And it's KD is looking right now. Go ahead.
I've said this to Max on several occasions. So it's the first year KD arrived in Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Previous year they had lost in Game 7, OKC, Golden State. They beat LeBron in the finals, whatever. Actually, LeBron beat them in the finals that year. The next year, KD is going up against LeBron. And the first basket of the game, money, KD scores. And KD goes like this and spreads his arm out wide like, let's go. And what I was saying to Max is I said, in basketball parlance, that's when you saying to a guy, I'm here now.
Yeah.
See, you had me when I had the other crew. But now I got a crew like you do. Mm-hmm. Now it's me and you in KD's mind. Now it's me and you. And that series, even though LeBron averaged a triple-double with 32 points, triple-double, and he was sensational.
Yeah.
I constantly remind folks, KD averaged 35 on 53% shooting. Brother wasn't playing. And what I'm saying to you is this. I'm partial to offense. I know how great LeBron is. LeBron has a better resume. KD got some work to do to catch LeBron's resume.
Right.
But I'm talking talent. Mm-hmm. And when I look at the offensive talent of Kevin Durant, and I think about those 38,000 points that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored, one guy in this sat up there and said, you know what I feel like? I think I'm going to catch this record. If he decides, I just think I'm going to catch this record. He's going to do it because he's just that unstoppable. To be the sniper that he is at 6'11" with a 7'6" wingspan, who can finish at the free throw line.
Let me say this real quick because we're going to run out of time. Real quick.
So
I'll put it, what's real barbershop talk? It's basketball and boxing for the most part, right? So let me make this barbershop for a second.
Sure.
LeBron had the undisputed title. There was no dispute to his claim, right?
Yeah.
It's like Tyson Fury when he beat Klitschko. He's the undisputed champ. Then he went away for a while and Anthony Joshua was coming up, right? Now there's a dispute. Whoever you think is champion, there's a dispute at least, right? LeBron, the title has not been taken, but there's a dispute. KD, the way he just played, has a legit dispute, has a legit claim that, hold on, I'm number one, and LeBron's going to have to go out and defend the title again next year. It's up for grabs. He's not the undisputed champ anymore like he was. I thought he outplayed KD in that first series with Golden State and with Cleveland.
I think you're right. Now there is a debate where before there was never a debate.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting next year for both of them, right? Can we finally see LeBron and the Lakers against Brooklyn and the Nets? Because we thought we were going to see that this season. But what has happened this season has been great for basketball. Atlanta Hawks, new teams, new superstars. Now, Trae Young is a superstar, not a star anymore. Devin Booker is a superstar, not a star anymore. So this has been great for the league.
Markets like Milwaukee, a lot of teams we didn't expect.
And then let's give him love, because the Greek Freak is a different player than he was the last couple playoffs. He finally understands what he has to do to be effective when they build that wall against him. And Chris Middleton, let's give him love. That guy is real at closing the games for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I need to get your thoughts on this, though, guys.
Okay.
Coming up next year on First Take, speaking of LeBron, should Lakers fans actually be rooting for the Clippers now? Magic, I am looking at you. The purple and gold aren't you gentlemen either. Hope you had a nice day. All right, Chris Paul sat out Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals on Sunday due to COVID-19 health safety protocols. In his absence, Devin Booker came up huge. 40 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, triple-double to lead the Suns to victory. Meanwhile, Kawhi Leonard hasn't played since injuring his knee in Game 4 of the Clippers series against the Jazz. Paul George has stepped up with Kawhi out, but it wasn't enough to get a win in Game 1. Magic Johnson, which team needs its star to return more, Clips or Suns?
Definitely the Clippers, because I think that with home court advantage going to the Suns, you can win 4 games at home, right? And give up 3 games on the road. So I think the Clippers need Kawhi. And Kawhi probably wants to play and redeem himself, just like we're seeing Paul George stepping up because of what happened last season. So I would say Kawhi needs to be back more for this series than Chris Paul with the Phoenix Suns.
Couple of things. As an aside, I agree with Magic about that. I'd also like to remind the viewing audience out here that they're very, very lucky that Magic Johnson decided to just go back to being the ultra successful businessman, not running the Lakers franchise, because the basketball world wouldn't be fair, because Kawhi would have been in the Lakers uniform if this man was still there with LeBron and AD. I'm telling you what I know. He don't have to know. I'm telling you what I know. Now,
all 3 of those guys were out. They're all 3 of them were hurt.
3 of them. Well, let me tell you something. They said they had to limp their way to that. Right. All right. Having said all of that, I'm going to tell you it's Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
Why? You want me to tell you why? Because without Kawhi Leonard, the Clippers ain't winning this series. Now, I give the Clippers major props. Ty Lue, exceptional job. And that environment Friday night was electrifying.
Yeah.
I've never seen the Clippers environment like that in my life. Okay, it was something special to behold. And them raining threes and that kid, man, who's right from the Bronx out of Florida State. It was special.
You can play.
Beverly hit 3 threes, and it was just crazy. It was unbelievable. Having said all of that, this is a different level, because whereas you had Donovan Mitchell and basically nobody else athletically, particularly with Conley hurt, that's not a problem in Phoenix. They're a guard-oriented team with Bridges, all right, Booker, CP3 of these boys, Payne coming off the bench. I like them. But I want to say this for the record with Magic Johnson sitting right here in studio with me. I told you with Donovan Mitchell, that's D-Wade 2.0. He's special. Devin Booker is the next Kobe Bryant.
Yep.
I'm saying it on national television. Devin Booker
said it.
is the next Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
It is official. His first playoff appearance. And the brother's a number 1 option. averaging over 28, dropped 40 in a triple-double in the first game of the conference finals. And just the way he plays, he's an assassin. And guess what? This Clippers team, you need Kawhi back to knock that kid off.
What did I say before the series started? Devin Booker is a mini Mamba. He's the closest thing offensively to Kobe's game in the sense that he can kill you from anywhere.
Yeah.
Kobe was his mentor as well.
Yeah, he's a mini Mamba. Here's the thing, and I hate